1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. The number 7 escapes reality through research. Yes, us diving deep and wanting to get to the bottom of something new is actually our way of escaping reality. And we might think that, no, we are being in reality when we're doing that. But for me, my idea of reality is basically us going within ourselves and just being. Like you've heard me mention in other videos, for me, God is like electricity. It is constantly flowing. You cannot see it or experience it unless it is flowing through something. And depending on the dimensions of the thing that it's flowing through and the makeup of that thing will determine its personality, how it expresses itself, how it shows up for us. So basically, as sevens, it's like, yeah, we're really good at researching and diving into something. And like I mentioned in past videos, we are so good at researching, but it comes to a point when the researching has to basically be put to good use. And a lot of the times we'll consume information, but never really apply it to anything. And similar to Gemini energy, it's almost a trophy to say, I know this, I know that, I know this, I know that, you know, or even Aquarian energy being air energy, I know. But it's like, do you really know if you're not doing, if you're not applying it, you know? And back to the whole escaping reality thing through research. So when I say escape reality through research, it's like we get up every day and we're constantly looking for a rabbit hole to dive into. And I do that all the time because that's how I escape my reality. But reality for me is something that I don't spend enough time in as I should. To me, our true reality is when we are spending time in silence, when we are just sitting there and being a witness, when we are just sitting there observing the silence within ourselves, just witnessing, you know, it's silent, we're quiet, and we're just observing. And the more that we do that, because like the more I play around with that, and I get to play around with that in the morning after my meditation, because I find that not after my meditation, in the morning after I do yoga, because I find that after I'll do yoga, it's like my body will get a little tired. So after my body gets tired after yoga and I lay there and go into my meditation, and I always use binaural beats. And one of you guys in the comments introduced me to Tesla, Nikolai Tesla binaural beats or whatever. And I read the comment, I saw it, I looked into it, and I've been using that instrumental, different instrumentals like that, because I like the pulsating heartbeat type thing in it. And when I do my yoga, so I'll use it for my yoga, and then I use it also for my meditation, because it kind of feels like it sinks in with my heartbeat. And with my meditations, like, you know, I'll lay there on the yoga mat with the earbuds in, and I'll close my eyes, and my body is already a little tired from the workout. So that helps to kind of relax my body. So I think it's good to do the meditation after some kind of stretching or some kind of physical activity that causes the body to just rest. Because I find that once the body is rested, it's like the mind it's like it's not a distraction. So I'll lay there in my meditation and my mind will take me places. Like I remember one time I went into this deep meditation, and it's almost like I floated up to the surface of the earth. and it's like there's a spacecraft that's like parked up right near the Earth. And at one end of the spacecraft look like monster looking type beings, but at the same time, they look like monsters and they're prisoners on the ship. But at the same time, they're soldiers. And that was the weirdest meditation experience ever. Like, I wasn't making it up. I just closed my eyes and allowed myself to just take me. And the ship that they were on was like this metal, it's like a huge floating piece of metal or whatever. And basically a week later or something, one of you guys reached out to me, I think who's also a Life Path 7, and basically someone who was in the military, whose job was to research, basically keep track of people who access certain information on the dark web that they shouldn't. And me and this person had this, you know, we were emailing back and forth, and then eventually had a conversation. And based on her experience in the military, like, she was telling me all these things, you know, and also telling me about research that they've done. And then she tells me about this ship called Nibiru or whatnot. I think that's the name of it. And it's a prisoner ship. And everything that she was telling me fit the exact description of what I experienced in my meditation. And I've had meditations where I've been able to go inside my body and see what needed my attention and got the guidance as to what to do to make things better. And I'm sharing that with you guys to say that we are so powerful, and we escape reality through the research, where we're constantly researching. But what is the point for all that research if we're not going to apply it to anything? What's the point of knowing all that when in all reality, you know, for each of us, every day or every time we get a chance, like, I don't do this every day. I think I probably do this like five days out of the week, because on days when I have to get up super early, I don't like to speak about myself negatively, because I'm trying to manifest good habits. But like, I would like to be able to get up super early and still get on the mat and do what needs to be done. But for now, it happens 5 days out of the week. But my point is, we have the ability to go within ourselves and tap into that source within us. And I believe that God is electricity, like I say, and like electricity flowing through different things. It's like, if it's flowing through the computer, it's going to be animated a certain way. If it's flowing through the TV, we're going to see something different. If it's flowing through this light, we're going to see something different. So when God flows through us as humans, or through plants or animals, or even water or air or whatever, it's being expressed different. So that's the same thing with the energy flowing through our birthday numbers. When it's flowing through the number 7, the characteristics are going to be this way. If it's flowing through Scorpion energy, the characteristics are going to be that way. You know, those are just things to help us to get to the bottom of who we truly are. Those are just pieces of the puzzle. So basically, you know, the reason why the number 7 escapes reality the way it does is because of hopelessness, in the sense that the number 7, you know, if the number 7 doesn't allow itself to basically get quiet and go through to the next realm's reality and see that there is so much more going on as far as other beings, you know, you might find out that, or you might feel like Earth is probably a spaceship that's floating and we're not told that. And, you know, basically, I could go on and on. But anyways, the hopelessness in the sense that if the number 7 hasn't got to the point yet where it is able to connect with another level of life and to gain a different kind of understanding, it feels hopeless, because this number is so deep, always wondering, is there more to life? Looking for something. Like I've said in other videos, the number 7 is looking for God in all of the researches, but it has to come to a point where you put your research aside and dive deeper into yourself. Because when you dive deeper into yourself, you're going to wake up on the other side of something else. And that's going to give this life so much meaning. And that's going to set you free, because then you won't feel hopeless, because you understand that you are far more powerful than you know. And when I say powerful than you know, I don't take that lightly. Like I shared with, I think the video that I just made with Pisces, Palace and Pisces. Like, this is a book that I've been reading called Psychic Defense by Doreen Fortune. And basically, it's taken me forever to read it, but every time I pick it up, it's like, it's something else that I'll probably have to dwell on a little bit more to understand. But that book is about hypnotism. And if you allow yourself, number 7, because number 7 energy is ruled by the crown chakra, and the crown chakra just knows. Information pours through and you just know. And that book talks about hypnotism. And if you allow yourself to get quiet, and instead of diving deep and on information that everyone is putting out, like people are throwing up information and then we're searching through it, instead for us to go within ourselves and see what we find, it's like, you know, basically it's like you're the one, you're Neo, you're the one. And once you wake up to who you are, you turn into Morpheus. You know what I'm saying? So basically be on your Neo journey and wake up to the point where you realize that you are the one. And the point of why I reference this video is because this book is because when you realize that you are Neo, you're the one, and you start developing your fighting skills, you'll start to realize that you have the ability to set intentions and have and determine the outcome of your interactions with people. Like, I'll play games with myself where I'll go to the bank and the teller is in a nasty mood, and I'm in the car asking her to do something and she's telling me it cannot be done. And I tell her, okay, and I close my eyes and I send her love, and I feel, you know, I feel the gratitude, and I imagine her and I send it to her. And then before I know it, she's sending out what she said couldn't be done, because, you know, basically opposite vibrations cannot exist within the same space. And with this book about hypnotism, I'm not saying, oh, I go around trying to hypnotize people or nothing like that. Basically, the point is energy, similar to water, is programmable. And most of us are being programmed by foods and things we're watching on the internet, and even by other people's energies, and we don't even realize it. So what about when you realize the truth of what's happening around you, and you take control of your life, and you set intentions, and you set the tone and create the kind of experiences that you actually want to have, instead of constantly falling into other people's experiences, falling into other people's holes. You know what I mean? You live your life intentionally. You literally become Neo in the Matrix, and you start to create your own reality. And then before you know it, you evolve from Neo to Morpheus, where you're waking up other people and reminding them of what they could do. You guys, I could go on and on forever. But number 7, if this is your first time here, welcome. If this is not your first time here and you haven't subscribed already, why? Why haven't you subscribed already? I know I'm talking to the wrong group, because I know the people who show up for this, if you are here again, you've subscribed. But I just have to say it, because the analytics shows that a lot of people who are showing up for these videos keep showing up but haven't subscribed. Like, why? Ask yourself, why haven't you subscribed if it's not your first time here? Please support this channel and support what I'm doing by subscribing to this channel. Like this video if you like it. Share it with someone who you think might be interested. You don't have to share it. That's okay. If people are meant to find it, they'll find it. But leave me a green heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.